this first Splatoon's game on Reef. Let's try to be mindful of how Enlightenment is switching gears to deal with an aggressive team.
Yeah. Speaking of aggressive, we have, you know, Sayonara with weapons that they are very professional with. Obviously, Bagel, the Nautilus legend.
Yep.
Anthony flicking over to the Junior, and you know, which is going to give them a lot of that paint control.
Junior
that
and
they need.
Squeezer are his two main weapons.
Yeah. So what I noticed about these comps right away is Enlightenment getting off to a 3v2 start, now 3v2, as Sayonara is going to get a lot of paint control in the beginning, which is very big for them. Sayonara has that splashdown baller combo that on Splat Zone's Reef can be really, really
Yeah, because
strong.
you just brute force. I mean, we were kind of talking about how FT Win, like, they were getting the more meaningful picks, and it seemed like Quantum was out slaying, but FT Win kept getting, you know, objective control. We may see that from Sayonara, where they just keep being aggressive, and even if they're getting swatted down, they're going to keep taking zone and getting the penalties. But right now, they're just holding the map. We're not even getting to that point right now. Ross trying to show up, get a revenge pick for his teammates. No one quite in position to get some picks right now. Sayonara still keeping zone.
Wow.
Ross getting taken out right now. 4v2 situation. This is looking pretty good for Sayonara and pretty bad for Enlightenment.
I think Enlightenment's getting a little bit desperate here, but also at the same time, really strong aggression from Sayonara. They were able to push up knowing that it was only two of them. Two of Enlightenment already trying to start getting some ground. They were like, no, we're going to get in position and we're going to punish you for anything you try to do.
Yep.
We are ready. They are recognizing where Enlightenment is and when they're alone. Enlightenment's splitting up a lot right now, and that's going to be a full wipe, and I think that's game already.
I think it's going to be game.
Quick knockout from Sayonara. Unless something changes in the next 4, 3, 2. No, that's going to be it. Just really strong positioning. I think Enlightenment definitely maybe got a bit shook after the opening.
Yeah. I also...
They split up a lot. And Sayonara took such big... when you're splitting up against an aggressive team like Sayonara...
You're just going to... Whoever isn't currently dead is like... It's like a magnet. You're pulling the dead to you.
Yeah. And Sayonara just kept the ball rolling. They took advantage of every situation that came their way. You know, such an aggressive team, they're going to be able to get the ball rolling and keep it rolling so much more quickly than some other teams might.
There was definitely that. I felt that Enlightenment was trying too desperately to get back in. Like, we saw Ross kind of like I'm barely getting armor. I'm barely getting armor, and like his whole team's already dead. Like, that's not the kind of back and forth. That's not the kind of control over the situation that you need to be able to take on a team like Sayonara, or just in general. I also think that Enlightenment's comp wasn't really the best for taking on that super aggressive team, because like their weapons weren't really punishing weapons, right? Like, they didn't have. How do I put it? They didn't have weapons that would do a really good job at like taking out those kind of frontliners that are like rushing in on you. They had like the Junior, they had the Remix. Those aren't the kind of weapons that are really good at like pouncing on like people that are holding forward.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like they put themselves in a position to get outslayed in a little bit more situations, I suppose.
Yeah, and we did kind of see that, you know, when there were instances of Enlightenment even trying to get a little ground their spawn. Like the Remix was able to get pushed up on, the Junior was able to get pushed up on. So I think you're kind of speaking some facts. But now that Enlightenment is on their counter pick, they're going to be able to, you know, pick obviously TC Mako, but maybe they have a bit more.
This seems weird to me, because this kind of seems like it also kind of favors that close range aggression. So either they know something that I don't, or they're going to switch up their team comp. And like we talked about, they're okay at flexing.
I feel like maybe they might have learned a bit about how Sayonara wants to play. Maybe they have some new ideas in their mind.
Yep.
Maybe they're looking to definitely switch up
the game. They were
game
choosing between like, all right, option A or option B. Let's go with option A, and then like that game played out. I was like, B was the right one. We should have done B. Sorry about that. And then, like, now they're gonna kind of hop in. So I mean, we'll see how much the comp changes. The Remix is decent in tower control, but I would honestly like to see more ability to handle with that holding forward.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be crucial against a team like Sayonara, who plays so aggressively, has some really amazing
They play
slayers.
aggressively with Bliss, you know?
Yeah.
And now they're just running like no backline, so.
And now, I mean, their slayers, Sun is an amazing slayer, Jared being very talented, Bagel. They're all talented, hungry players looking for one of their, you know, a statement win here at Genesis, trying to claw their way into this top 3 right now. So tower control Mako, Enlightenment down 1-0 as a land lag, why not? Taking a bit long to get in here.
Yeah, no, it was doing that for me earlier, too.
It happens, but the ballpoint is going to come out from Bagel, as well as a squeezer from Ant, the pro from Sun, so...
And Ross
Sayonara
also with
switching
the,
up.
Yeah, and Ross also showing up with his own Nautilus. I mean, he's been a Splatling player for a long time.
They switched plans
a
little bit.
Nice
I mean, not
Ross.
to an extent, but
that's white.
I feel like Enlightenment playing they have a bit more of an aggro comp this time. they have the Ray to at least, get, maybe like a get out of jail free card. But Sayonara, again, being really aggressive already, crowding the tower right now. They're going to have the bubbles ready to use potentially on this left side or even through mid if they can get past this checkpoint here. As the bubble's just going to keep that tower going, not able to penetrate the bubbles just yet. Bagel's going to get on the tower, dance around a bit, avoid the Ray. Sayonara has everything going right now.
Yeah, I mean, this Ray isn't even seeming to get anything done. I don't know if the Ray user got picked off or what, but Sayonara is just in Enlightenment space right now. This tower has just started moving, and it's not stopping. I don't even know what Enlightenment can do at this point. Bubbles go down again. They finally get some picks, so that's a 4v2 situation. Unfortunately for them, Ant is able to get all these picks. The tower finally gets stopped, moving out of Enlightenment's base, but I mean, with the way that Sayonara has been pushing, this looks really rough for them.
Yeah, that's they finally push ahead of the tower and get the ground that they need. But look at that, Jared and Ant, taking advantage of the one guy alone in mid before they really got control.
Nice, Ross.
That was a very crucial pick. But Sun now gonna keep trading, keep trading.
I mean, it's a 3v1. Enlightenment can start pushing.
Yeah, they definitely have the opportunity now, but they're gonna need to stop, all that kind of trading because they haven't had a solid hold yet. They need to look for a wipe is what they need.
Yeah, but they're not quite getting. I mean, they were really close, but look at immediately Sayonara just runs up, starts working well as a team. Enlightenment, I mean, they keep.
Sayonara is making so many smart flanks and seem to recognize every area that Enlightenment is not watching over. Enlightenment kind of is letting them get behind them a lot, letting them kind of pick where they want to go.
It's almost like Enlightenment is able to match Sayonara back and forth. But then once they match Sayonara back and forth once, like they're not able to kind of follow up and do that again.
Yeah, Sayonara is just making more plays right now. They're making more of the big plays that allow them to have control. But I don't know who Miku is. Miku with a big pick there.
Yeah, no, they all have like different
weird
names.
Which we shouldn't allow, but let's not talk about that. Miku
I think
here.
it's Nick.
Oh, that's gonna be a splashdown jump, but they don't have enough ink. Oh, no, they did. Oh, it just looks weird when I'm not playing in spectator mode, so I'm silly. But that's a full wipe on Sayonara's part.
Yep, and that was looking really good for Enlightenment for a second there. They were getting like really good kind of like spawn trappy kind of picks from below. They were working together, but then they weren't able to do it more than once in a row, and 59 is nothing compared to the push to 5 that Sayonara has. I mean, if Sayonara doesn't knock this out, that is a very easy score to win with.
Yeah, but they might be on the way to doing that because they just had 3 down. The tower is being pressured, which is what Enlightenment needs right now. They need to get them off tower and start pushing in front of it, start getting the control to mid. But they don't have any specials quite yet. They're close to a couple, but they are able to find a pick on the pro. So if they can use some specials to get a more stable control of mid, I think that's what they should be looking to do. And they don't even need them yet. Get 3 down.
Yep. Well, I mean, this is the situation that Enlightenment has gotten themselves into, and they weren't able to follow up afterwards. Let's see how much this changes. We have multiple specials ready. Nick Sharkin right here, unfortunately, misses the pick, gets taken out.
Misses the easy shark kill, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. They still are able to keep the push going, though, with a nice pick from Ross. Able to jump to the tower, and now they're going to keep the aggression going. Another splashdown jump coming, this time to tower, which I think they are rushing a little bit. Not being able to get a pick off it, but his teammates are helping him out. Now he's last on the tower.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a decent strategy right there if like Sayonara was like kind of overcommitting the tower, but I mean, they're not overcommitting. They're being really aggressive and they're being really thorough in their ability to go for kills, but they're not doing it in a way that's putting them at a huge risk, which is why they really can't be wiped more than once in a row.
Sayonara is not, they're not funneling into the same place. They're not getting bunched up. They are choosing who to attack, but doing it in a way that they can, pincer them more and, get control from every angle. And it's a way that lets them get a complete push, not just through one area, but they're getting the whole map as they do that. And building specials, and they are just keeping the snowballing. Now we see the bubbles coming out, we see the Booyah coming out. This is probably going to be the end of the game because the Booyah is going to keep them off the tower. And that's going to be Sayonara going up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that was... Man, that was Enlightenment's counter pick. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I think that maybe this isn't the best counter pick for a team like this.
I do feel the same way, especially now seeing how it turned out. I mean, hindsight is 2020. Hopefully, Enlightenment can use that knowledge. Ross put a huge 18-pick game. Maybe that was kind of Ross's decision, but his teammates maybe not getting on the same page with him. You know, like we said, they were able to get those picks, but not ones that really matter, not ones that get them in a position to.
Or they were able to get picks, but they were able to make a push happen.
Yeah, they were getting picks, but not ones that opened the door for them to push in front of the tower, or maybe get in a good position to where they had that control.
We saw Ross getting putting up those huge numbers. We saw the slashing machine, Miku able to keep getting the party started. It's just that the party didn't continue.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the next counter pick was.
I mean, hopefully.
I would like for it to be a longer range, more stable,
more deliberate. Kind of play the game.
I mean, if they don't have a back line in the first place, just pick something that requires
maybe something like
a
hotel could be something we would like to see. I'm trying to remember what they've striked in the past. Kind of want to take a look here.
Right here. Well, I mean, obviously they can pick something like Sturgeon. They can pick something like New Albacore. The problem, though, is that because of the way this map pick and ban system works, they might not be able to have as much access to long-range kind of stable maps as they want. And it looks like it's Rainmaker Anchovy. So I don't know what to think of this one either. It doesn't seem to play off of any kind of long-range strengths. I mean, maybe that's not what they're going for.
I think Ancho can play some long-range strength. Things like ballpoint can
Rainmaker,
be strong
kind of
here.
stick people up. But I feel like what's going to happen is I feel like Sayonara is just going to get up into Enlightenment's fan
and able to lock them out really hard.
And it's just going to be this huge push where long-range weapons really can't just sit there.
This can be a really snowbally map. There's not a lot of safe areas to start building control from your base.
What else was there in Rainmaker, though?
I actually have these two teams played in winners where Sayonara won 3-1.
Okay.
And Sayonara tends to ban maps like they've banned I believe Sturgeon, Wahoo, maps like that.
It seemed like on the longer range of the spectrum, but Enlightenment isn't picking those. Well, I mean, let's see how it plays out. Maybe this is just a map that they know that they're good at. They are confident in what they're going to be able to put up. So let's see what goes on. So we see the double spelling and a bamboo. Really long-range comp right now versus a 0 backline comp. This is going to be a matchup. I mean, Enlightenment's going to have to work together really well. I mean, we saw Ross putting in crazy slaying work with that weapon earlier. So let's see what they're able to do with this long-range and short-range matchup right now. We see the bamboo out. We see a remix. So this is a comp that really a kind of comp that we haven't seen much of today. We'll see how Enlightenment's able to use it.
Enlightenment is doing a good job of kind of stifling Sayonara to start off this match. They got a lot of map control paint where Enlightenment or where Sayonara wanted to push.
Okay.
They were able to shut down Sayonara players maybe getting a bit too greedy and recognizing who was being too aggressive and punishing them for it with their longer range weapons. They definitely took advantage of it there. That's a step in the right direction for Enlightenment, a good start. But
it's not a game-winning push, but you're right. It's a really big step in the right direction. If they can kind of keep this up, I can see them taking away the win. But we'll see what happens when it's when the shoe's on the other foot. What happens when it's Sayonara that has a dominant position and they're pushing? How is Enlightenment going to be able to deal with it?
Wow, that bomb is a heartbreaker for Enlightenment right there. They had a 2-down situation.
Oh, they're going for that.
They were able to get a better push, but wow. Someone fell off.
That Booyah bomb would have been super slick if it was a little bit earlier, because that would have been a bunch of kills. Someone fell off the map, like you pointed out.
Yeah, someone on Sayonara fell off, which is gonna not let them get to mid faster. And another pick on.
Don't miss again.
Ant gets sharked and brings out the big bubbles. He's a bubble blowing baby, but the Sayonara are able to stop the Rainmaker once again. I think Enlightenment is having some good ideas right now, but
the Rainmaker getting stuck here can be a little bit of a problem, though, right?
I feel like Enlightenment is having some good ideas, but they're just not executing quite well. They're not quite getting on the same page. Like, they haven't had that big special push and getting together. Like, no one was in front of the Rainmaker there. They've been kind of getting a bit disjointed after their pretty solid opening, which is a bit worrying for Enlightenment in my opinion.
Because that's been their issue, right? They keep getting good things started, and then their execution on them is not that good. Okay, now you're getting the kills off the Sharks, so the Rainmaker's going to reset. Enlightenment's going to be able to probably push left or mid next time. That right side push is kind of like you only try it once sort of deal. So we'll see what Enlightenment's able to do if they're able to kind of get back into a dominant position where they're able to kind of like put points on the board next time.
Yeah, Sayonara is able to group up in mid there. We saw they were jumping into mid to get together as a team, which is something Enlightenment has been lagging a little bit. They haven't been getting together with the team as much, where Sayonara is, and when they can be together as a team, get some picks, they're taking so good advantage of it. We see the bubbles coming out, helping Sun. Ross is going to be forced to use his baller early to defend off the bubble push, and that's going to give Sayonara their first big opportunity at getting a push here. He's going to be able to move with the Booyah. Smart Booyah going to be able to stop the Rainmaker before the lead can be lost. Very good for Enlightenment. They got the 2 down. Still need to defend this Rainmaker here.
There's going to be jump in.
Jared's going to get that big pick, which is huge for them. The jump's going to come in as
Sun trying to get the
standstill.
But Booyah? I don't know. This doesn't really seem like that stable of a cleanup for Enlightenment.
Anthony's a savage. He's going to get in there, Ants, with a big squeeze. The bubble's coming out now. That's 2 down. And, yeah, that's definitely going to be lead. Again, just recognizing who they can push, who's in a position that they can take advantage of.
He's still pushing. How is he still getting these points? He really should be taken out by now. Finally gets taken out. There's still Sayonara members active right now. And gets another pick, maybe?
Maybe some nerves getting to Enlightenment, because I feel there's been a few times where, you know, they have their sights on a player but not able to just execute and get the picks when they need it. Sayonara, could be the potential for a knockout here. They have the player advantage. Jared is able to get that trade for them. You know, Snack, I believe, is the one with the heavy watching the Rainmaker painting. They don't have a lot of opportunity to get the points, but the bubble's going to come out. However, he pushes in front of them. Bit of a misplay there. That's going to be a lucky break for Enlightenment to start.
Yeah, but that's what we thought last time, and Sayonara members kept jumping back in. And with the trade right now, this might actually be the end of the push. I can't quite tell. Yeah, Bagel's still in mid right now.
Back up a bit.
It's over. It's over.
So a bit of a lucky break there, because I feel like if they didn't push in front of the bubbles and were able to utilize them better, that could have been a knockout there. But, I mean, the game is still not over. Enlightenment definitely has a chance to get something going.
But, I mean, it's just a chance, right? They have maximum 2 opportunities to get a knockout right now.
They cannot make mistakes, but mistakes are kind of what's been having a little bit of sloppiness, a little bit of, you know, sometimes a lack of teamwork, sometimes a lack of execution. There's just things going wrong at, like, kind of every corner for them. But they do have 2 specials at the ready, which could be very beneficial for them if they can use them in a coordinated manner. They're both going to come out here, the Booyah and the Burst Bomb Launcher. That's going to give them some room to push up, but they go 2 down. Somehow, despite the couple specials, they're able to find 1 pick, but the fish is not protected. That's going to be a full wipe, and that's going to be the set. So Sayonara playing very strong as they've been making this loser's push after, I think, dropping early in the bracket to... I'm not sure.
Sayonara? Was it Sayonara?
Sayonara. No, I'm saying Sayonara. I think they dropped earlier to Prophecy and Losers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let's check out juke.gg.
Yeah, juke.gg. Shout out to them, giving us all our information that we need in one spot. But yeah, if you look at the KD, is another game where some members of Enlightenment were getting a lot of picks, but not getting anything off of them as compared to where Sayonara is just able to get the ball rolling and get those big pushes immediately.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if Enlightenment had not gone for that right side cheese push, that they would have been in a way better situation. I feel like they actually could have, like they were on the push for so long that I feel like if they were doing that in a more stable position that actually could reward points, I think that they might have actually been able to get something better going and to put Sayonara in a position where they had to play a little bit more desperate potentially or something like that. But unfortunately, didn't happen. And we're going to look real quick at the top 12 bracket to see who Sayonara actually lost to. Let's see.